Hello friends, my name is Bintou and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button as I upload new videos every Wednesday and some Saturdays. Alright, so today I wanted to sit down and film my Reading Rush TBR. So if you're unaware, the Reading Rush is this week-long reading sprint. The 2020 Reading Rush is going to run from July 20th to July 26th of 2020. So that's starting in about 2 weeks. And this is a week-long readathon, and it's created and mainly hosted by Ariel and Raylene. Ariel asked me to be one of the hosts for the Twitter reading sprint, so I'm super excited to do that. At some point, I will be on the Reading Rush Twitter, so definitely catch me there. I had already filmed my July TBR before she asked me, so that's why I'm creating a separate video for the Reading Rush TBR, because even though I'm going to add those books that I included in my July TBR, I wanted to actually select books that address the 7 prompts of the TBR. All right, so before I get into my Reading Rush TBR picks, I feel like I need to talk about something that most people who know me personally know pretty well already. And these are my general life philosophies. The first one being, why do today that which you can put off till tomorrow? And the second one being, work smarter, not harder. Now I want you to sit back and allow me to demonstrate in full force that second philosophy as I knock out these prompts. Okay, so the first book that I want to read during Reading Rush is The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi. And I'll quickly read the blurb for this book. It says, escaping from an abusive marriage, 17-year-old Lakshmi makes her way alone to the vibrant 1950s pink city of Jaipur. There she becomes the most highly requested henna artist and confidant to the wealthy women of the upper class. But trusted with the secrets of the wealthy, she can never reveal her own. Known for her original designs and sage advice, Lakshmi must tread carefully to avoid the jealous gossips who could ruin her reputation and her livelihood. As she pursues her dreams of an independent life, she is startled one day when she is confronted by her husband, who has tracked her down these many years later with a high-spirited young girl in tow, a sister Lakshmi never knew she had. Suddenly, the caution that she has carefully cultivated as protection is threatened. Still, she perseveres, applying her talents and lifting up those that surround her as she does. So this book is pretty highly rated on Amazon and Goodreads, so I'm super excited to add this to my list. And now I want to talk about the 7 Reading Rush prompts that are part of this challenge and which ones that this addresses. So the first challenge is to read a book that matches the color of your birthstone. My birthday is in July, which is the ruby, and rubies are red. So this goes to The Henna Artist. The second challenge is to read a book that starts with the Henna Artist. The third and fourth prompts I'm going to get to with my next choice. But the fifth prompt is to read a book completely outside of your house. And you know what? I'm just gonna read The Henna Artist on my patio, or if I have to run errands, I'll throw on the audiobook in my car and it will be completely outside of my apartment. So this one goes to The Henna Artist. The sixth prompt, read a book in a genre that you've always wanted to read more of. Now, this book is categorized as historical fiction, and historical fiction is definitely one of my least read genres. So I'm gonna give this one to The Henna Artist, but actually it also applies to the other book that I wanna read for this challenge. So I'm gonna hit this one twice. And then the seventh prompt is to read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. This book takes place in India, which is definitely not on the same continent that I live on. So this one also goes to The Henna Artist. Boom, knocked out 5 of the 7 prompts with that one book. And then the second book that I want to read in the Reading Rush TBR is the Black Panther graphic novel that is written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I've actually read a few Ta-Nehisi Coates books. I read Between the World and Me, and I read We Were 8 Years in Power. This is obviously very different from those pieces of work, and so I'm super excited to see his writing when it comes to a comic book or a graphic novel. So that's something to look forward to. And the challenges that this one addresses are going to be the third one, which is read a book that inspired a movie that you've already seen. So I've already seen the Black Panther movie and I loved the movie. So this will be a good one to read for this challenge. 4, read the first book that you touch. Now, I don't have any physical books. Actually, okay, I have one physical book, but this is reading for class, so this doesn't really count. Unless if we stick with the work smarter not harder theme, therefore race, empire, and English language teaching, creating responsible and ethical anti-racist practice. I mean, I have to read this anyway, so maybe I'll count this, but I'm hoping to get a physical copy of the graphic novel from my public library if they begin the curbside pickup soon. I don't want to read a graphic novel on Kindle for the first time because this is actually my first time ever reading a graphic novel, which is why I'm also using this book for the 6th challenge, which is, again, read a book that is in a genre that you want to read more of. This would be my first time reading a graphic novel, and I've always been interested in trying it, so I'm really excited about that. So this book should cover those 3 prompts, and with that, I have hit all 7 prompts with just those 2 books. I don't know if anyone else has actually managed to hit all 7 prompts with that small a number of books. I feel like that should be a challenge in its own, actually. All right, now obviously I'm planning to read more than just 2 books, or I have hopes to read more than just 2 books during this entire week of reading. Some of the other books that were on my original July TBR that I'm hoping to get to are The Vanishing Half, which I have yet to start. I need to finish The Souls of Black Folk. I'm about halfway through that one, and I need to read Nevernight as well. And for whatever other time I have left, I'll probably just flip through Kindle Unlimited and see what they have. I've already gone through some of the books on my original July TBR and some that weren't on my TBR but that I added because I saw people talk about them and really like them. All right guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see some of you during the reading rush and hear the books that you guys picked for the challenges and see how much reading we can get done in this 1 week. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.